So when Parikshit Maharaj, when he was in the womb of his mother, he was attacked by the Brahmastra. And Parikshit Maharaj, in the womb of his mother, he got darshan of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Parikshit Maharaj actually saw Krishna as very angry, because Lord was very angry on Ashwatthama. And Lord Krishna was protecting Parikshit Maharaj. So the boy was named Parikshit because when he came out from the womb of his mother, he used to observe each and every one and try to compare Krishna with, is the same person with whom I met. Anybody he used to remember, is he the same person whom I met in the womb? No. Is he the same person? Is he the same person? So Parikshit used to observe. He was examining. And that's why his name is Parikshit. So, Parikshit Maharaj, on a most auspicious occasion, Parikshit Maharaj was born. He was so fortunate to have Yudhishthira Maharaj and the Pandavas as his grandfathers. And Parikshit Maharaj, when he was born, all the Brahmanas, especially Kripacharya and Dhaumya Rishi, they all came there. And Yudhishthira Maharaj requested them to do various ritualistic activities for the benefit of the boy. And they all chanted various mantras and various prayers for the benefit of the boy. Yudhishthira Maharaj inquired from these Brahmanas, there are so many other Brahmanas as well, that please tell us something about this boy. What is he going to be like? This is a tradition still present in Vedic culture, that as soon as a boy is born, the Brahmanas are given charity and they are requested to go to the chart of the boy, and they actually help the family understand the nature and behavior of the boy. So here, the Brahmanas, they said that this son was restored by the all-powerful and all-pervasive Lord Vishnu. He was supposed to die, but he was protected by the Lord. That's why he will be named as Vishnu Rath. For this reason, he will be also called as Vishnu, one who is protected by Lord Vishnu. And the Brahmanas further said that he will be exactly like King Ishvaku in maintaining all those who are born. I don't wish to go in details because we have less time with us. Then he'll be exactly like Lord Ram for being true in his promise. When Lord Ramchandra gave promise, he fulfilled that. So Parikshit Maharaj will be like that. Then he'll be like as good as Arjuna in fighting. He'll be irresistible as a fire and unsurpassable as the ocean. Arjuna, he'll be as strong as a lion, and he will be a worthy shelter to the Himalayan mountains. And he will be forbearing like a earth, and he'll be tolerant like the parents. Further, it is said that he will be in the mental equanimity. In difficult times, whenever in difficult times, a person's mental equanimity is very important. And he said, this child will be as good as Yudhishthira Maharaj or even Brahma in mental equanimity. What is, in the difficult situation, still following dharma, still following as per dharma, is maintaining that balance is very, very important. And this Brahmanas are saying that he will be exactly like Yudhishthira Maharaj. And he will be for the peace and for establishing peace and for establishing dharma. He even will chastise anybody in the world. He even won't spare the demigods as well. And even so, there are so many such qualities which were explained by the Brahmanas. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, hearing those, was very, very pleased. And he gave a lot of charity and a lot of things to these Brahmanas. He satisfied them. And the Brahmanas also said that the end of his life will be very amazing. In one sense, he will be cursed by the Brahmana boy, but that curse will give him an opportunity to hear Srimad Bhagavatam from Shukdev Goswami, the son of Vyasadeva. And thus, this boy will attain perfection in this very life. So this was already predicted. So, Parikshit Maharaj was raised in a very aristocratic family, and in a very cultured, and in an atmosphere, complete Krishna conscious atmosphere. So Parikshit Maharaj was, a very genuine devotee of the Lord. He's a Mahabhagavata. Parikshit Maharaj was a Mahabhagavata. He's not an ordinary person. We'll come to that discussion later in our presentation. So Vidurji, when he received the knowledge from, let's go to Vidurji now. Vidurji, when he received the knowledge from Maitreya Rishi, Vidura, that will come in the third canto, but here also there's a description here. That Vidura, when he realized that Dhritarashtra has still not quit his home. Dhritarashtra Maharaj is still surviving on the mercy of the Pandavas. So Vidura got very disturbed. And Vidura, he actually took sannyas from family life. He was on a pilgrimage. He met Maitreya Rishi. He understood a lot of things from Maitreya Rishi, and then he decided that let me go back and help Dhritarashtra Maharaj. Previously as well, Vidura had given so many instructions to Dhritarashtra, but it never had any effect on Dhritarashtra. Why? Because Dhritarashtra was in bad association. Dhritarashtra was surrounded by association like Shakuni, Duryodhana, Karna, and so many others. Because of that, whenever even right instructions were given to Dhritarashtra Maharaj by Viduraji or Pitama Bhishma, it fell on the deaf ear. It never penetrated his heart. But now, all the bad association was gone. Dhritarashtra was alone. And now Vidura is going to hit the bullet in the head. I mean, he's going to speak what is never spoken, unpalatable truth. So he comes and in a very humble way, he chastises his elder brother Dhritarashtra. He opens up his eyes saying that you, throughout your life, you made an attempt to kill these 5 sons of the Pandavas. And now, when you're aged, when your body is your body is not working, your liver has failed, your eyes are dwindling, you're not able to see, you're not able to do anything. At this moment where you should be taking Vanaprastha, you're still surviving on the mercy of the Pandavas. That Pandavas whom you always attempted to kill. And Vidura told very clearly, this is a time for you to take Vanaprastha. Come with me to the Himalayas and let us attain perfection. And Dhritarashtra Maharaj was convinced. And Dhritarashtra Maharaj agreed to go with Vidura. So Dhritarashtra Maharaj, Gandhari and Vidura, they all left for the Himalayas. And they did not inform anyone. They did not inform the Pandavas, they did not inform anyone. Neither the Dhritarashtra Maharaj informed his servant Sanjaya. Next day, when Yudhishthira Maharaj, after offering various kinds of doing all the charitable activities every morning and of doing the Agnihotra sacrifice and so many different things, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he went to greet all the elderly people. And at that time, Yudhishthira Maharaj found out that his uncle Vidura, who came back, when Vidura came back, all of a sudden he brought life to the family, as if everybody came back from dead. And but Vidura came for a purpose. He came to convince Dhritarashtra Maharaj. Although Vidurji knew that Krishna has disappeared from the planet, Yaduvansha has disappeared from the planet, Vidura did not inform that to Yudhishthira Maharaj, that Krishna has disappeared from the planet. Very interesting. Vidura knew Krishna disappeared from the planet, but he didn't know. When he came there, Yudhishthira Maharaj inquired from him about the well-being of everyone, and still Vidura did not let them know that Krishna has disappeared from the planet. He kept quiet, because when the appropriate time comes, the time will reveal itself. Things will be revealed. And when so Vidura came with a purpose, and his purpose was fulfilled. He was able to convince Dhritarashtra Maharaj, and he left for Himalayas. When Yudhishthira Maharaj came here, and he found out there was no Vidura, there was no Dhritarashtra Maharaj, there is no Gandhari, he was sad, he was lamenting. And Yudhishthira Maharaj started inquiring from Sanjay and so many others, that where is my father? And Yudhishthira Maharaj started remembering that when we lost our father at the early age, it was Dhritarashtra Maharaj who took care of us. So where is he? Where is he gone? He was asking for Sanjay, and Sanjay said, Dhritarashtra Maharaj, my master, cheated me. And Yudhishthira Maharaj was the whole family started lamenting, started crying. Where did they go? What happened to them? What happened that they suddenly left us? And at that time, Narad Muni came there. And Narad Muni told Yudhishthira Maharaj that do not lament. They have gone to the Himalayas for attaining perfection in life. From 5th day from now, Dhritarashtra Maharaj will attain perfection. He is now staying on the banks of the Saptarishi Ghat. If you go to Haridwar, there is Saptarishi Ghat, where Mother Ganges gets divided into 7 streams. So that is Saptarishi, where 7 sages reside. So in the Saptarishi Ghat, Dhritarashtra Maharaj is residing there and is performing tapasya. And he will perfect his life on the 5th day. And Gandhari also will leave along with him. And then Vidura will again go on a pilgrimage. So, this is how Narad Muni informed. And Vidura, when Naradji came there, Naradji indicated to Yudhishthira Maharaj that, dear Yudhishthira Maharaj, Lord Krishna. Even Narad Muni also did not explain that Krishna has disappeared. Narad Muni just hinted that after Krishna's disappearance, all of you also should plan your departure. Narad Muni hinted to the Pandavas. And so when Narad Muni left, Yudhishthira Maharaj sent Arjuna to Dwarka to find out what's happening. Why there has been so many months now, we haven't heard anything from Krishna. Because Yudhishthira Maharaj was seeing symptoms of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is already there. Kali Yuga already began. But because of Lord Krishna's presence of the earth, he was not able to show its effect. But Yudhishthira Maharaj was able to see the symptoms of Kali Yuga. He saw people's consciousness getting contaminated, people's activities getting contaminated, people's relationships getting contaminated. When all these things was visible, Yudhishthira Maharaj understood that something is wrong. Yudhishthira Maharaj also saw that all the inauspicious symptoms all around the world. And so Yudhishthira Maharaj sent Arjuna. Arjuna, please go and find out what's happening. And when Arjuna, after 7 months, he returned. At that time, his face lost all the luster. He was pale. All the shine was gone from the Arjuna's face. And Yudhishthira Maharaj started asking so many questions to Arjuna. And Arjuna replied, my dear brother, Krishna cheated us. He left us. He left the planet. That Krishna, who was our friend, who was our well-wisher, Lord Krishna and Arjuna's relationship, Krishna's and Pandava's relationship was very, very intimate. Very, very intimate relationship. You know, Arjuna and Krishna, they were the best of the friends. They used to eat together, they used to sleep together. Sometimes Arjuna has to tease Krishna. And then still Krishna used to tolerate Arjuna's teasing as a true friend. In a friendship, a friend teases each other. If you remember your school friend, in the school friend, now our friendship is with awe and reverence. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam. This is awe and reverence. But if you meet your school friend, what will you do? Hi, buddy. There'll be that friendship is without awe and reverence. So Krishna's and Arjuna's relationship was without awe and reverence. And in that relationship, there are so many mischievous things they both do with each other. Mischievous things they both do. And both the friends, they tolerate each other. So Krishna and Arjuna tolerated everything. And Krishna did everything. He became a messenger for them. He became their chariot driver. He became their, there was an incident. Arjuna remembers that once when they were in exile in the forest, Durvasa Muni, who was always accompanied by 10,000 disciples, he went to Duryodhana's house. And Duryodhana served him very nicely. And Duryodhana requested Durvasa Muni that my brothers are in forest, they are in exile, so please go and also take services from them. So Duryodhana did a trick to put Yudhishthira and others in difficulty. So Arjuna was remembering that all of a sudden 10,000 people come to your home. Just imagine you are here and all of a sudden one big sannyasi comes with 10,000 disciples. And all of you are being requested that you have to cook for them in next 2 hours. Just imagine. So that was Pandava's situation. And Draupadi had an Akshay Patra. There was a bowl, a very divine bowl which was given to her, and it used to follow the instructions. It used to follow the instructions only once a day. And that particular day, Akshay Patra has already given sufficient amount of food for everybody and especially Bhima. It was an arrangement, the Akshay Patra arrangement was done especially for the Bhima. Because Bhima used to eat of 10,000 people. Because he had a strength of 10,000 people. So he was eating of 10,000 times. So for that, this Akshay Patra's arrangement was made. And all of a sudden, Durvasa Muni with 10,000 disciples, he comes there and he requests Yudhishthira Maharaja, please cook for us. I'm going to take a bath. When I come back, please make sure the prasad is ready. And Yudhishthira Maharaj, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakul, Sahadev, Draupadi, they were confused. They asked Draupadi, is any hope that Akshay Patra will make some arrangement? He said, no. Once I eat, it's all over. It cannot. That was a boon. When Draupadi eats, and she used to eat in the last. Now they're all confused. Now what is going to happen? Durvasa is going to curse us. And just at that time, when they were thinking, they were actually troubled. At that time, Krishna arrives there. They hear a chariot coming there, and the chariot was of Krishna. And Krishna says, I am hungry. And they were saying, the whole issue is of hunger only here. And you are also hungry now. And said, then Krishna said, I am not Durvasa. I am very happy if you give me very little. Go and dig in the Akshay Patra, and there is a small shark there. Just give me that. And Krishna goes and he puts his own hand there. He takes out that shark and he eats it. And while he eats it, he satisfies all the living entities of the entire world. And when Durvasa and other rishis, when they were taking bath in the river Yamuna, when they came out, their all stomachs were filled, the bellies were filled, and they were, they said that we cannot eat anything now. We are so full. And then some of the other rishis said that, but Yudhishthira Maharaj and Draupadi might have cooked for us. What about that? And they said, but we cannot eat even one morsel of food. Forget about the whole thing. He said, what should we do now? Well, let's disappear. Let's go. Otherwise we will land in difficulty. You remember Amrish Maharaj? Amrish Maharaj also, we put him in difficulty, and Sudarshan Chakra came behind me. And I don't want Sudarshan this time behind me. So I don't want to offend these Pandavas. So better I leave. And they left. And then Krishna sent Bhima. Krishna was saying to Bhima, Bhima, go and check what's happening with the Durvasa Muni. I said, what? Where is the arrangement? Just go and check. And Bhima goes and check and finds out that they all disappeared. So Arjuna was remembering these things, that how Krishna was helping them. So there are so many different pastimes. And so Arjuna brought the news that Krishna, the ever well-wishing friend of everyone, has disappeared from the planet. And so when they got the news that Krishna has disappeared from the planet, the Pandavas, especially Yudhishthira Maharaj, decided that there is no point of living. There is no point of living in this world. It is better to quit this world. So Yudhishthira Maharaj performed a sacrifice, and he officially gave up the responsibility of the entire kingdom to Maharaj Parikshit. And Yudhishthira Maharaj and the Pandavas, they decided to leave the world, the Mahaprayan. So they all gradually, one by one, they disappeared. And they attained the supreme destination, the Vaikuntha Lokas. And Parikshit Maharaj, he began to rule the kingdom as it was taught to him by Yudhishthira Maharaj and the Arjuna and everybody. As he got the training, he started ruling the kingdom. And Parikshit Maharaj was ruling exactly like Yudhishthira Maharaj. He was taking very good care of the citizen like a father. Then, but there was Parikshit Maharaj traveled all across the globe. And wherever he went, Parikshit Maharaj, he was only hearing the glories of Lord Krishna and the glories of the Pandavas. He also heard how he was himself protected by Lord Krishna from Ashwathama. So wherever Parikshit Maharaj went, he was only hearing the glories of his grandfathers. He was only hearing the glories of Lord Krishna. That was how the world was during that time. But Parikshit Maharaj saw a very terrible incident. He saw, when he was traveling across the world, he saw that Dharma in the form of a bull and a cow, Mother Earth in the form of a cow, they were both discussing something. And Kali-yuga personified was beating them up. They were suffering from the hands of Kali-yuga. And Dharma and Mother Earth, they were discussing. Both they were discussing what they were discussing? They were discussing separation from the Lord. All the symptoms which were manifested, because when the Lord disappeared from the planet, the mind, the mentality of the people was only where they were only absorbed in sense gratification. The relationships in the world were very difficult. The father and children relationship was difficult. The husband and wife started quarreling with each other. Earlier, the husband and wife never used to quarrel. But this is the age of Kali. The symptom of Kali Yuga is that the quarreling will happen. See, when the best of the relationships, the quarrel will happen. So husband and wife, they're the best of the friends. But in the Kali Yuga, because of the effect of Kali, if the proper understanding is not there, then even husband and wife will quarrel. The relationship between the son and the parents is also like that. So every relationship was like that. Additionally, the earth lost its luster, and everywhere there are all inauspicious symptoms. Mother Earth herself was crying and was lamenting because she was feeling separation from the Lord. And Kali Yuga was showing its effect. And she knew that in the future, the women are going to be unprotected, the children are going to be unprotected, and the people in the world are going to be engaged in meat eating, in intoxication, in gambling and sense gratification. And she knew that the world is going to be in a very terrible state. So she was crying, and Dharma was trying to console her. And at that time, Parikshit Maharaj, he tried to understand. Kali Yuga was there. Kali Yuga was standing, and this Dharma and the earth, they're talking to each other. And Kali Yuga was beating them up. So Parikshit Maharaj asked, why is this your situation like this? And Dharma, instead of blaming Kali Yuga, it did not blame Kali Yuga. It told that the causes of all the causes is Krishna. So many philosophers and so many people, if we are suffering, dear friends, if we are suffering, then there are so many philosophies in the world currently existing which tell you so many different reasons of your suffering, right? Some religion will have some religion will say something, some other religion will say something, some other religion will say something, some other religion will say something. And there are so many philosophers. They reject the religions and they have their own philosophy of their life. So they will say something. But what is the real reason? The real reason is the causes of all the causes is Krishna. We all know. So here, Dharma, instead of blaming Kali Yuga for this, it refused to blame Kali Yuga, and it said it is happening as per the time. And immediately Parikshit Maharaj understood that this is Dharma. This is Dharma personified. And then Parikshit Maharaj promised Dharma and Mother Earth that I will protect you. I will give you protection. Don't worry. And what did he do? Parikshit Maharaj took out the sword and snatched the head of Kali, and he was about to kill him. At that time, Kali Yuga personified fell at the feet of Parikshit Maharaj, and he begged for mercy. Parikshit Maharaj say, when somebody, however offended he may be, if he is surrendering to your feet, we should often forgive. We should forgive that person. We should not be so hard-hearted. When somebody is saying sorry, genuinely saying sorry for his or her mistake to you, forgive. It's very important. Sometimes we become so hard-hearted. Here Parikshit Maharaj is forgiving even Kali Yuga personified. There are so many people, there are so many sages. Even Bhakti Devi, she asked Narada Muni, this is a different episode, that why did Parikshit Maharaj leave Kali Yuga, not kill him? There is a reason. In this age of Kali, Krishna is very easily available. Kam Krishnam lati dadati iti Kali. The biggest advantage of this age of Kali is that Krishna is easily available in the age of Kali. One can easily perfect his life by performing devotional service for a very short amount of time. And just by little devotional service, one can attain the perfection in life. So, Parikshit Maharaj knew this very well. And that's why when Kali Yuga surrendered to him, he forgave him, but he said, you cannot stay in my kingdom. You cannot stay in my kingdom. But Kali Yuga said, sir, this is my time. Satyuga is over, Dwapar is over, Treta is over, Dwapar is over, this is my time, this is Kali Yuga. And you're saying in my time, I cannot be there. At least give me some place. And Parikshit Maharaj, after thinking, he said, okay, I give you 4 places. The place where there is illicit sex, intoxication, meat eating, gambling, these 4 places, you can be there. Srila Prabhupada established 4 regulatory principles based on this conversation. He did not take this out from on his own concoction, no. This conversation between Parikshit Maharaj and Kali Yuga, these 4 places were given to Kali Yuga. And this is the 4 places where in our society, we forbid those doing those 4 things. No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex, no intoxication. And that is a place where Kali Yuga resides. Intelligent person, don't take, they take lessons from this and they don't go around these places where the 4 things are going on. They stay away from this. If you're away from this, you're away from the effects of Kali. Even if knowingly, unknowingly, subtly also if you're involved with these 4 things, then suffering is awaiting us. Our life will be miserable. You might be a grahastha, you might be a brahmachari, you might be a sannyasi, you might be a vanaprastha. If you're associated with these 4 things, we are in difficulty. Because Kali resides. And what is the symptom? The place where there is quarrel and place where there is hypocrisy, you should know that particular person is affected by Kali. Yes. If you see such symptoms, that person is affected by Kali. And because something or other will be there where, things are not proper. So, Kali Yuga said, Maharaj, these are my natural places where I reside. This is my home. Please give me something new. This is my home. The place where meat eating happens, intoxication happens, illicit activities happens. This is my home. Where gambling happens. This is my natural home. Give me something else. He said, okay. The place where gold is, that place you can reside. So the 5th place which was given was gold. One should be very careful using gold, dealing with gold. So Kali Yuga was given these 5 opportunities to reside. But Parikshit Maharaj's kingdom was such that all these 4 places which were given to Kali Yuga could not find a place in the entire world. These 4 places were invisible. So Kali Yuga found it difficult to actually establish his kingdom till Parikshit Maharaj was there. And because he could not influence Parikshit Maharaj, he influenced the son of a Brahmana. Once Parikshit Maharaj, when he was traveling across the globe, he was thirsty, he was hungry. So he happened to visit the ashram of Shamik Rishi. Shamik Rishi was also a transcendentalist. He was in his ashram, he was meditating. He was meditating on the transcendental Supreme Personality of Godhead. He was fixed his mind. But Parikshit Maharaj was thirsty, Parikshit Maharaj was hungry. Imagine when you're thirsty and when you're hungry, and you ask your friend that please keep prasad ready for me. And you're traveling. Once I was traveling in some European country. 24 hours I was traveling. I did not eat anything because I did not get anything to eat. And I told someone there that please, wherever I was going, that please keep some prasad for me. And he did not keep. So after 24 hours of journey, after 3 flights I took, and when I reached there in the night at 12 o'clock, there was no prasad left. He said, I'm sorry. So I just had to wait. You can't do anything. But yes, I was hungry. I was angry. Hungry and angry both. If this was in my house, this suggestion would have been different. But because I was outside, I just kept quiet. So Parikshit Maharaj was in his own kingdom. Right? And imagine Prime Minister Narendra Modi comes to Simhachalam. And all of us were sitting in meditation. And we were chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Everybody said, Modi ji has come, Modi ji has come, Modi ji has come. I said, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. This is an insult. This is an insult to the king. When the king is coming, we should give up everything and we should take care of him. And the Shamik Rishi, he was in trance, fine. But his duty was also to take care of Parikshit Maharaj when he was hungry, when he was thirsty, and he did not do that. Parishit Maharaj felt offended. That I am the king, I am their protector, I give my life to them, I give everything to them. And when I am in need, they're not able to serve me. Parishit Maharaj picked up the lifeless snake, dead snake, and he put it on the Parishit Maharaj and Shamik Rishi's neck. And Shamik Rishi, he was in trance. He did not affect this. He was in trance. So that was fine for him. Because he was in trance. He did not even realize that the dead snake has come. Parishit Maharaj started walking back to his kingdom. But this particular episode was seen by a friend of Shringi, the son of Shamik Rishi. And then he went and told Shringi. And the Shringi, he got seriously offended by that. Shringi started abusing Parishit Maharaj. That how can the dogs, they want to dine with the master? Now this earlier the culture is that the dogs are the part of the family, but they don't dine with the master. They are outside the house and their facility is different. These days the dogs and the master, they dine together. That is a degradation. Animals are the part, that is not a problem. Animals are the part of the family. But not that they sit together and eat. So, Shringi is giving an example that what kind of dog he is. He's a Kshatriya. He's a Kshatriya. He's like a dog. Dogs are protecting the master's place. So he's like a dog and we are his masters. He should be protecting us. So how can he desire to come and dine with us? He rascal does not know dharma. This who is staying this 7 years old. Now this 7 years old is influenced by Kali. Because Kali could not influence people in the world. Finally, he found a very young boy. There are some of them, they have this understanding that Parikshit Maharaj wore a helmet of gold. And that's why Parikshit Maharaj was influenced by Kali Yuga. And that's why he put the dead snake on the Shamik Rishi's neck. But it was not like that. Our Acharyas have made it very clear that Parikshit Maharaj is a Mahabhagavata. Maya cannot touch him. Forget about Kali. He was protected by the Lord in the womb. So what Kali Yuga can do? Kali Yuga cannot touch. So this understanding that Kali Yuga influenced Parishit Maharaj was wrong. Yes, Kali Yuga influenced Shringi. And Shringi cursed Parishit Maharaj that 7 days from now, because you have offended the Brahmanas, you have offended Brahmanical culture, you don't know what is dharma, you are not fit to you are not fit to remain as a king. And what do you think? That Krishna and Arjuna are not there on the planet, that doesn't mean we can't take care of you. We will. And so he cursed, the 7 years old boy cursed Parikshit Maharaj that you have 7 days from now, snake bird Takshak will come and kill you. So after this curse was recited, this little boy, he went crying, he started crying because he knew something wrong happened. He did something wrong, so he started crying. So he went and he went to his father, and his father was in Samadhi. But if child is crying, how can the father stay in Samadhi? Those who have little children, ask them, if your child is crying, can you be in Samadhi? You cannot be. So the child was crying, he was crying, the father came out. What happened? And then he saw the dead snake on his neck, and then he threw that dead snake. And then he asked his son, what happened? And he explained everything. And then Shamik Rishi started lamenting. Oh Krishna, what happened? Shringi, what did you do? Do you know who is Parikshit? It is because of Parikshit Maharaj that even though this is Kali Yuga, we are not able to see any symptoms of Kali Yuga. Because of him, the whole world is protected. Because of him, the whole world is able to follow their dharma. Because of him, we are all able to practice Krishna consciousness. If the king is a pious king, then under his kingdom, the citizens can practice bhakti. Just imagine if the king is not pious, if the government is not pious, and it is against practicing religion, what will happen? They will make your life difficult. We are right now peacefully are able to practice Krishna consciousness. So there has to be some credit to the government as well. Some benefit, definitely they are getting benefited. Some percentage they will be getting benefited. So here Shringi was chastised, and Shramik Rishi immediately sent a disciple called as Gaurmukh to Parikshit Maharaj with the message, dear sir, you have only 7 days with you. And now Parikshit Maharaj, when Parikshit Maharaj was on the way, where? To his kingdom, he was thinking and he was crying, he was lamenting, he was thinking, what offense did I do? Was he actually in trance, or was he pretending? And if he's actually in trance, that means I have committed a heinous of the offenses. So Parikshit Maharaj started to praying to the Lord, oh Lord, please, I don't know for what reason have I committed this grave offense against a Brahmana. So let all my opulence, let all my kingdom, let everything of my mind go away, so that I don't commit such a sinful activity in my next birth. And none of my family members, they commit such activity in the future. So let me suffer for this, let not my family suffer. So, oh Lord, take away everything. One offense, and the king of the whole world is praying that Krishna take away everything. We are committing so many offenses. And we don't get this feeling of lamentation, repentation. We're not repenting for our mistakes. Repentation is the best way. If you're not repenting, we need to check ourselves. Here Parikshit Maharaj prayed sincerely, let everything go from my life. And when he reached his palace, the messenger came, Gaurmukha came. And Gaurmukha informed Parikshit Maharaj that my spiritual master has offered his respectful obeisances to you. And he has begged forgiveness for all the inconvenience he has caused you, that you visited his ashram and he could not welcome you. But instead, his son cursed you to die in 7 days. And Parikshit Maharaj, dear devotees, Parikshit Maharaj was such a powerful Vaishnava, such a powerful personality. If he wanted, he could have easily counteracted that curse. Chitraketu Maharaj, if he wanted, he could have easily counteracted the curse of Parvati. But they accepted the curse as will of the Lord. The devotees of the Lord, when a difficult situation comes in their life, the devotees, they see it has Krishna's hand in their life. Because nothing happens in the life of a devotee without Krishna's interference. All of us, we are practicing devotee, and anything is something is happening in your life. This is all Krishna's arrangement. Nothing happens by chance in the life of a devotee. Krishna's hand is there. So Parikshit Maharaj saw this as Krishna's hand in the form of that Krishna has come. What was Parikshit's consciousness? That Krishna has come in the form of the curse. That is Parikshit's consciousness. Is this our consciousness also? Are we accepting the difficult situations in our life in this way, the way Parikshit Maharaj is saying? The challenging situations, we blame different devotees, we blame different people, we start creating chaos. But that's why this particular incidences are kept in Srimad Bhagavatam, so we as devotees can learn from it. What is the lesson for us? Seeing Krishna's hand, he is cursed to die in 7 days. He is qualified, he is capable to counteracting that curse, but he did not do that. If he can chastise Kali, why can't he counteract that curse? It's very easy for him, but he did not do that. He accepted that curse. And what did he do? He took this as an opportunity to perfect his existence. He gave up his kingdom to Janmejaya. He gave up all the opulences. He gave up everything. He wore a dress of a sadhu and he started walking on the banks of Ganges. Parikshit Maharaj, the king of the whole world, who was respected in all the planetary systems, he started walking on the banks of river Ganges to attain perfection in life. So, when this news spread across the world, these days we have WhatsApp, Telegram, this, that, so many things, Those days the technology was much more higher. This technology is rubbish, nothing. We think that this is the advancement of technology. This is nothing. Previously, the sages used to communicate through telepathy. They used to communicate through their mind. One sage used to communicate with thousands of sages that Parikshit is cursed and he has only 7 days left with him. So all the great personalities from all across the globe, some of them are so powerful that they know what was going on in the mind of the people. So they're observing what is going on in the mind of the king. That powerful they were. So they all came to witness Parikshit Maharaj's departure. Parikshit Maharaj, was not an ordinary personality. Some of them came with a desire to know how Krishna is going to make, what arrangement Krishna is going to make to help Parikshit Maharaj. At the time of his birth, he himself came, but now the time of death, when Krishna is not there, who is going to come and save Parikshit? So Parikshit Maharaj reached the banks of river Ganges, and all these great personalities, they started coming there. So Parikshit Maharaj offered their dandavats to each one of them, gave them a respectable seat to sit. And then all of them, when they gathered, they had all these great personalities, great personalities from the universe. Parshuram, Vedavyas, Narad, Pipalayan Rishi, that Rishi, so many Rishis. All of them, when they came there, Parikshit Maharaj offered their respectful obeisances and asked 2 questions to them. Which is that activity which one always have to perform? And second question was, which is that activity one has to perform and has 7 days left in his life? 2 things. One for everybody, one for himself. And the people there, they were of different mindsets. Some of them were following different paths. Not everybody were Vaishnavas there. So some of them said, Parikshit, you should start giving charity. Some of them said, you should do this, you should do that, do. So many discussion happened. So many suggestions were given to Parikshit Maharaj. But just at that time, when all this discussion was going on, Vyasanandan Shukadeva Goswami, 16 years old Shukadeva Goswami, the dear associate of the Supreme Lord, he comes there on the scene. And as soon as Shukadeva Goswami enters the scene, all these great personalities who are sitting there, who know the science of Samudrik Shastra, it is a psychognomy. And they knew that science, and they saw all the symptoms of a Mahabhagavat in Shukadeva Goswami. And as soon as Shukadeva Goswami entered there, all these great personalities, they stood up, welcoming Shukadeva Goswami. And when Shukadeva Goswami entered the arena, the sages, they said, Krishna has made a divine arrangement for you. Parikshit, go and take shelter of Shukadeva Goswami. Because many of them, they knew that this is the arena where Shukadeva Goswami is going to be speaker. So they all guided him, go. Shukadeva Goswami has come, go and take shelter of Shukadeva Goswami. And then Parikshit Maharaj goes and offers his prostrated dandavats to him, worships him like one worships the Supreme Lord, and then he gives him an elevated position, elevated seat. And then he also put forward the same 2 questions to Parikshit Maharaj. That, which is that activity which one always has to perform? And which is that activity one has to perform and he has only 7 days with him? Shukadeva Goswami smiles The answer we will discuss in the evening. Hare Krishna. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki. Yes. I heard, I know in Padma Puran there is a shloka which has all the 12 cantos or the 12 parts of the body of the Lord. That is there. No. Sages Namisharana Kanishtadhikaris. Oh my God, please, this is an offensive. No. This is an offense. No. I know. Whoever that has said that is not acceptable. I respect that person, but I cannot accept this. The rishis of Naimisharanya are, and this, they're all glorious, Baba. There is nothing. Baba, they are hearing Bhagavatam from Sutta Goswami. We don't have adhikar to judge their adhikar. Okay? We don't have adhikar to judge their adhikar. We don't have qualification to judge their qualification. And I have never heard such things. Please. Yeah. Come up with some Shastrik. And there, if somebody has said something like that, there will be some explanation to that. But I have never heard such a thing from anywhere. Yes, what is your question? Yeah. Just like Krishna, when Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna, the message was, the conversation was audible to each one of the soldiers there. So 64 crore people were the audience. Everybody was hearing that. So here only there are 88,000. Those days the devatas also used to contribute. They used to make sure that when Shukta Goswami was speaking, the Vayu Devata, demigod of air, he makes sure that the sound traveled to everyone. It was their service. Very good. Any other questions? Yes, Prabhuji.
I'm sometimes wondering nowadays if one gets influenced by activities which are not conducive for devotional service, whatever it is it then Kali influencing it, or is it Mahamaya, or is it not really to think about, it's not really important? Or
depends on what is your consciousness.
Okay.
How you take it. If you are fixed up in your devotional service to Lord, whatever happens in your life, you should take it as arrangement of the Lord. It depends on your consciousness. If you are fixed up in your devotional service, then whatever happens in your life, you should know this is all the arrangement of the Lord. And anyways, it is the arrangement of the Lord. It depends on your understanding, how you see it. Parikshit Maharaj, he could have easily counteracted that curse. Even Lord Shiva told Parvati that, you curse Chitraketu Maharaj. Chitraketu Maharaj is self-realized soul. He has attained perfection in his life. He has got darshan of Sankarshana. If he wanted, he could have easily counteracted you and he cursed you back. But he did not do that. He accepted this as Lord's arrangement in his life. So, we as devotees, there are so many material situations will arise in our life. But you should know that behind all this is Krishna. Even if somebody is criticizing you, this is my thing, if somebody is criticizing me, then I used to get disturbed a lot. But then gradually I started thinking that Krishna is in his heart also. And that devotee is helping me to look so that I can start looking inside me. What faults are there in me? So I'm trying that to not see the external circumstances and trying to see what has been said. There is a lesson in every situation to learn. There is a lot of things we need to improve on. So I started to taking situations in that way. I'm still trying. Any other questions? Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the wonderful class. My question is, by Parikshit Maharaj, we know that had to happen, that he cursed the Rishi and that the story goes on. But I heard also for some people why he became angry actually when he was such a Mahabhagavat and such a big personality. I mean, it's difficult now because we are on the topic.
Yeah.
We know it's Krishna's arrangement and everything, but on the other side it has to happen.
Okay. So there was a great king called as Indradumna Maharaj. Okay. He took Vanaprastha. He was doing tapasya on the Malaya hills. And in Malaya hills is also the residence of Agastya Muni. So once Agastya Muni came to Maharaj Indradumna's place, and Maharaj Indradumna was in trance, in samadhi. So Agastya Muni, seeing that external situation was such that Agastya Muni was not properly welcomed. But how will he welcome him? Because he was in samadhi. Agastya Muni should have just passed by. Okay, I'll come later. If you come and meet a friend and you see he's busy, what will you do? Okay, I'll come later. If somebody calls you and you say you're busy, or you text him back, I'm busy, I'll call you back later. So you call him back later, or you get back to him later. Agastya Muni, what did he do? He cursed him to become an elephant. And he became Gajendra. What was the fault of Agastya Muni? What was the fault of Indradumna Swami? He was Vanaprastha. He was performing his tapasya. What was his fault? Nothing. He became Gajendra. So, who is the cause here? Agastya? Krishna. Krishna wanted him that he should become Gajendra. And then he could get an opportunity to deliver him. And the world also gets a lesson. The mantra which was chanted in the body of the king, that Gajendra in the body of an elephant, he remembered that mantra from the previous birth. When that crocodile caught Gajendra, that he started to glorify, that mantra was chanted in his previous birth. So similarly, in our lives also, in Parikshit Maharaj's life also, what has happened, that point when he was angry, that was whole arrangement was by the will of the Lord. Why? Because it was that curse that gave Srimad Bhagavatam to the world. So the birth of Srimad Bhagavatam happened like that. Yes, Prabhu. Go ahead.
Hare Krishna, thank you, Prabhu, for this nice explanation. It's very enlightening. I was thinking while you explained, it's actually like, please correct me, but it's actually made the cause where we say we should be careful to not criticize an elevated person what he's doing, because Krishna is guiding him or leading him. Maybe also in anger, when Prabhupada or some elevated persons are angry, that we should not criticize them. Oh, me, he's angry, he's not a bona fide person.
Yeah, actually, it depends on your consciousness. It all depends on the consciousness. Because sometimes, there are elevated person, but their activities can be understood by other elevated person only. Everybody cannot understand the activities of a devotee. Not possible. That's why we end up, because or some person might be in difficulty, or he might accidentally some offenses he is doing. He is a very senior elevated devotee, but something is something is disturbing him, or something is happening that we don't know. It's very difficult to understand this science. That's why one has to be very, very careful. That's why when it is said Krishna consciousness is like walking on the edge of a blade, it actually means it's like that. It's not easy. So only when we are absorbed in Srimad Bhagavatam and when we are associated with a lot of life, when you are witnessing the life of such great personalities, what is happening in their life, then we will be able to relate in situations around us, and that will help us. That's why Srimad Bhagavatam, hearing Srimad Bhagavatam is very, very important. Srimad Bhagavatam is a food for soul. Just like now we are going to take prasadam. It is food for the body. But food for a soul is Srimad Bhagavatam. And if we don't hear Srimad Bhagavatam, we will become weak and weak and weak and weak in our bhakti. And it will affect our spiritual life. That's why hearing is a very important activity in Krishna consciousness. And that's why it is kept on the first. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. Shravanam is the first activity. For us to understand Krishna, Shravan is very, very important. Shravan, Adhyayan, reading of Bhagavatam is very, very important, very, very essential. So we should try ourselves to remain absorbed in hearing, reading, chanting of the glories of the Lord, His name, fame, pastimes, and live your life. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Okay, Prasadam is waiting. Hari Bol. Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Samaveta Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai.